रघुनाथामितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। तवे वास्मी नाजीवामी तवे विना इति विज्ञाय राधिकेतुं नाचय मां शरणागतम्। श्याम सुंदर शिखंड शेखर स्मर हास्य मुरली मनोहर राधिका रसिक मां कृपा निधे सुदेवी चरणन किंकिणं गुरु। So yesterday we were going in a very nice flow, but somehow I broke the flow by bringing up the point. What was the point yesterday? Prarthana. If we are not chanting or not doing any prayers with a proper mood, then no matter what we are praying will not have an impact. Neither will get the results, nor will get the complete mercy of the Lord. Then we discussed that the prarthana is only possible when prarthana is done with the proper consciousness. In prarthana, we actually ask for something for ourselves. But the idea is not to ask anything for ourselves. When somebody does prarthana, he is being selfish. But the key to be success in Krishna consciousness, be selfless. And being selfish means being selfless. And when you're being selfless, you're actually being selfish. When we start praying not for our own benefit, that time we are actually really thinking for the welfare of ourselves. So if you want to be selfish, be selfless. And unless we are selfless, we can never be selfish. Only selfless people are selfish people because they don't want the results of their activities. They don't want anything for their activities, for their own, well-being or whatever. They're chill, they're cool. They're cool about everything. And they're praying for everybody else. Our acharyas, they were very smart. They were praying, but they were praying with the intention to teach us how to pray. The Vani of the Acharya is actually to teach us how to pray. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, all the Goswamis, other Goswamis. If we see normally, mostly Rupa Goswami Pad, Sanatana Goswami Pad, Ji Goswami Pad, they've always been very technical people. Like they were presenting Bhakti in a very technical way. But despite presenting everything in a technical way, they were also teaching us simultaneously how can we how can we fall in, how can we pray to the Lordship. So anyway, we all know that the prayers are only possible when we are free from all material desires. I don't know how much you're able to understand this, how much you're able to relate to it. I don't know how much I mean it. But I'm it's like I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart. from the bottom of my heart, I'm trying to make you understand that no matter what, we all have to learn how to pray. Because once we learn how to pray, everything will fall on the place automatically. Text 15. यदा तव सरोवरं सरसभृंग संगोलसरत सरोरुहो कलोज्ज्वलं मधुरवरी सम्पूरितं स्फुटत् सरसिजक्षि हे नयन युग्म साक्षाद्भवन् तदेव मम लालसा जनी तवेव दस्वे रसे. Translation. O blooming lotus-eyed one, when my eyes directly saw your pond, Radhakund, which is filled with the sweet nectar and lotus flowers surrounded by blissfully humming bees, then desire to taste the nectar of your service aroused in me. Actually, then an intense desire. This is actually the word, Then an intense desire or longing to taste the nectar of your service aroused in me. In Raganuga Bhajan is not, it's rather in Raganuga Bhajan Sadhan, Bhajan is not of so much importance, have no importance, but the mercy of the spiritual master is so much important. The English is in a different way written, so need to understand in that way. Anyway, so it depends on two reasons. If there is greed, greed is of two kinds. First is the previous samskar, then he will take the birth in the impression is there. So he will search for a guru who is a Rasik Vaishnava and of the same category that he is himself. Sadhaka is lower and the guru is so high in that thing. He has some realization in this line, so he will accept him as his guru. And now he will follow his line. Nothing opposite of Raganuga Bhakti is there. There are so many bad samskar, but for them, nothing. Clear hearted. So they go up they go up very clearly. No disturbance, nothing. Those who have new samskara, they don't know who is Rasit, who is Siddhantavit, and they have no greed. The first person has greed from the beginning because from last birth he has received it. But for new one, greed is not from the last birth. So he will have to hear all these things and then greed will come. And if the guru is not of that kind, then then he will have to try it from others. Otherwise, no Raganuga Bhakti. So the point I'll explain here, it simply means that we need to have lollium. And the lollium will come how? How the lollium will come? Arey bolo yaar, how the lollium will come?
By hearing the Katha, Prabhu.
Yes, there are two ways. One from the previous sanskara, second is by doing what?
By associating with Utva, with
With
the
the Rasik
Rasik
Vaishnavas
Vaishnava.
and hearing too much or hearing a lot about Raganuga. Right? So in Paramartha, then you get the ultimate end. Vaishnava, Paramartha Vaishnava and the Guru is the same. So in this Paramartha, Vaishnava and the Guru is the same. So all the Vaishnavas are Guru. Again, Siksha Guru. Real Siksha Guru is the one who actually make you attached to your Diksha Guru. And a real Diksha Guru is the one, actually, you know what, Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru, they have different definitions. But one definition, you can just write it down on your phone or on the screen of your phone or, on your favorite book, on the diary, or even that note can be there on the wall of your room, or your house or whatever. Diksha Guru he gives the roop of Krishna. Diksha Guru gives us the roop of Krishna, but the Shiksha Guru reveals the Swarup of Krishna. But the Shiksha Guru reveals the Swarup of Krishna. Means Diksha Guru will give you the mantra. And then you can start like, oh, Krishna has a bansuri, he has a pick of feather, he is little tilted, he's a Dhanisham, Varna, he has this, that, this, that, this, that. All these kind of, roop of the Lord would be revealed by a Siddha Diksha Guru. But Shiksha Guru will give you the Swarup. The Swarup means the mood. What mood Krishna has today? What should be your mood to serve him? That's the reason this is very important to have a proper Guru. Like we see in the Shyamanand Prabhu, Narottam Das Thakur and Srinivasacharya, that they have from Jiva Goswami. What they have? They had from Jiva Goswami. So all the Vaishnavas are Guru, like this. So if anyone has no sanskar of last birth, then he will have to hear, and from hearing or seeing the deities or anything by the grace of Krishna, by Guru, he can have that taste or that greed. He can easily imagine that Raghunath Das Goswami in his last birth had that kind of samskar. So he took Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami as his gurus. And if we think that he has no samskara from the last birth, then how he got the greed? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakurpal is in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It has been stated that by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam or the Goswami book from the Rasik and the Bhavuk Bhakta, greed can come. Or by seeing a very beautiful decorated Vigraha, one can have this greed. Now, Raghunath Das Goswami is expressing himself how he got the greed to serve Radhika, to become a Dasi of Radhika. For both those who have last birth samskar or samskar from the birth, he is expressing in this verse. He came from Odisha, Jagannath Puri, because his guru, Swarup Damodar and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and everyone had left the world. Raghunath Das Goswami had decided to leave his body by jumping from Giriraj Govardhan, but Rupa Goswami took him as his younger brother and very lovingly gave him association of Raghunath, association to Raghunath Das. Rupa Goswami ordered him, you should live at Radhakund and do all the practice that we are doing. He also said to him that Radhakund is not a mere pond, but the Swarup of Srimati Radhika. Srimati Radhika is herself transformed into Radhakund, and Krishna is Krishna Kund. And Rupa Goswami bought Raghunath Das Goswami there, and he managed everything out there. After some time, Sanatana Goswami built a bhajan kutir for him because he saw tiger coming and going. He told him to do bhajan at night in the hut. Raghunath Das Goswami had faith in his guru, Rupa Goswami, that Radha Kund is surely Srimati Radhika, so I should be here and do my practice here. After crying and rolling on the bank of the Kund, Rupa Goswami has given so much causeless mercy to Raghunath Das Goswami. One night he was crying bitterly at the bank of Radhakund, and we can also go and see Radhakund at night. At that time, Raghunath Das Goswami, 500 years before, the scenery there was not as beautiful as at the time of Krishna. Only two fields were there, and in these two paddy fields, there were actually no kunda. But Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, by the grace of Sri Chaitanya and Gauri Hrida, is Shyamukund and Radhakund. Kali Hrida and Gauri Hrida. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once went there and he knew that this is Shyamukund and this Radhakund. Raghunath Das Goswami to cry bitterly the name of Radhika. Oh Radhakund, you should show me your Marsarup. Bitterly crying, bitterly crying. Now we see there are no kadamba tree, no tamal tree, almost all dry. On the four sides of Radhakund and Shyamakund, especially Lalitakund, we see no tree, no green, no bird, no cuckoo, no peacock, only there is village. Towards Govardhan are some trees. Crossing the canal, we see some trees, some Giriraj Govardhan. Sorry. Oh my God. It was almost the same at the time of Raghunath Das Goswami, but no village, only some trees. Raghunath Das Goswami at once saw an astonishing sight. What I'm seeing, he saw that both Radhakund and the Shamakund was full of very fragrant lotuses with Saras Ringa, so many black bees, not only one, thousand and thousand and one group were coming. They were very rustic, searching for honey rus, flying here and there to the lotus flowers. He saw that taking his rasa of the lotus flowers, they become mad. Where to sit and where not to sit, they did not know, like madmen. A madman can also can take any sweet thing, and because he is mad, he can take not good things also. Like when Krishna went to Mathura, the gopis are saying that Krishna was like a bee on a good smelling flowers, and again on the flower which have no smell, like the red flower for Devi Jaba. Flowers no fragrance, right? So it doesn't have any fragrance. Beautiful. Everyone? So there are also some wild flowers with very bad smell. When the bees get intoxicated by the rasa, they have no wisdom to select. Sometimes sit here, sometimes sit there, and they fell down. Like Krishna, the gopis are so beautiful and have so much qualities, but Krishna went to Mathura and sat on the flowers of Kubja. So Madhurve Vari Sampuritam. Madhurvari Sampuritam. The water is so sweet and fragrant. Also, the first time I went to Radhakund, it was so good and sweet. All the inhabitants of Aridgram used to take water from this kunda. No other means there were there for the water. Now it is made so deep, about 40 to 50 feet. No flowers can grow on the deep water. There are waves in the both Radhakund and Shamkund, but especially in Radhakund. Why? He saw that Krishna and Radha, all the Sakhis are playing in the water, which is full of lotus flowers. They are playing water sports, splashing each other. Raghunath Das Goswami saw that the eyes of Srimati Radhika resembles lotuses and all the lotus flowers are the eyes of Radhika and all are searching for Krishna. So good and sweet pastimes were going on there. Seeing this, he became surprised. Then he saw another scene. Somewhere it has been written by Rupa Goswami or other Goswamis or Srimad Bhagavatam that around Sri Radha Kund, there are abundant trees of kadamba, and all the kadambas are beautiful flowers, has beautiful flowers and so sweet smell. Their color is like the color of Srimati Radhika. Apart from the kadamba flowers, three other things resemble Srimati Radhika, Radhika Zoo. Tadit Suvarna Champak Pradeep Gaur Vigrahe. यानी कि चंपक flowers are the best because tadit lightning and suvarna gold are both hard without no smell. Lightning only lasts for a moment and it has take life. So Rupa Goswami mentioned them only because they have something that reminds of Radhika. But at last, he mentioned that champak is the color of Srimati Radhika. So beautiful, sweet, fragrance, so soft, every qualities that Radhika has. The kunda flower is also is used to describe the teeth of Srimati Radhika. Sirisa flowers are the sign of morning Nishant. In the night, these flowers fall to the ground, making it look like a white carpet. The gopis know that this is the sign of morning, so they hurry back to their homes. Radhika's skirt is red like kimshuk, a very reddish color, but no good smell and so full of insects. If anyone smell on that flower, all the insects will enter in the house, in his nose. So we should be very far away from these flowers. But it looks very beautiful in green color. Lavanga Jati Yuthi, Madhavi Vrinda. Bee especially comes to Vrinda, Tulasi. The air is full of the fragrance of all these flowers, glorifying the whole area. On the branches of Kadamba, on the branches of Kadamba tree, peacock and the peahen were sitting and both were sounding. Kee-kaw, kee-kaw. On the branches of mango sugar, Sari were sitting and they were telling pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Shuka was glorifying Krishna, Shari was glorifying Srimati Radhika. At last, they made some settlement between them and they agreed that both are beautiful. On the pillow tree, pigeon and they were making their throats so big and sounding as if Kamadev has blowing his Shankha. Raghunath Das Goswami also heard that Kokil and the Kokili were singing in seventh note. Thus, the wind was blowing very cool, very gently. Radha and Krishna, all the Sakhis were playing in Radha Kund. The Sakhis were surrounding Krishna in the middle, and all began to splash water at the same time on Krishna. But he went under the water and went very far away from there. He came back and told that only one can play with him. He selected Srimati Radhika. Both were splashing water at each other. Krishna gave so much water that it went in the eyes of Radhika and she began to rebuke Krishna. Rati Manjari, who is Raghunath Goswami, in his outer shape, took the side of Srimati Radhika and also began to splash water in the eyes of Krishna. Then she took some water and wanted to throw. She saw no Krishna, no Radhika, no beautiful scenery. Vanished. Then Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, weeping, how my greed came out. It came when I saw that the beautiful scenery at Radha Kund. Daily we see Radha and Kund and we take a bath there. But no greed comes. So it seems that he saw this scene one day by the grace of Radha Kund and by hearing the glories of Radha Kund from Rupa Goswami, he saw everything. From that very day when I saw Radha Kund, a greed came in my heart to become a Palyadasi of Srimati Radhika. Nayana Yugma Sakshad Bhavo, when I saw this scenery and Radha Krishna playing in Radha Kund, Tadeva, from that very day my greed came out. By hearing greed will come, Srimad Raghunath Das Goswami heard so many pastimes of Radha and Krishna from Rupa Goswami. So he had greed, but now he is explaining how his second type of greed came. By seeing a very beautiful deity or everything that is very beautiful, a greed can come. So here, Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, the very day when I saw the actual Swarup of the Radha Kund, my greed came out. Tadeva Mam Lal Sajani Dashe Rase. I saw there Radha and Krishna and all the Sakhis playing so beautiful scenery of Radha Kund and so many trees, flowers, birds from the very day a greed came in my heart and that I only will be a Paladasi of Radhika, nothing else I want. Now, when he restored his senses, he began to weep and roll on the ground, praying, oh, that very day that I saw You should have mercy upon me, that I will again see it, and I will be engaged in that kind of service. It is for certain that when someone will hear the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and especially of the gopis, then the greed can come. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Vishnu Chakra Thakurpad's Raghavartma Chandrika, all these things have been clearly stated. Raghunath Das Raghunath, the Raghav Deputy should follow Krishna and his associates. But his inclination should be towards Srimati Radhika or her Palyadasis, not to Krishna. How the gopis are serving Radhika? Not of the Saki, but of the Prana Saki and the Nitya Saki. Their mood should be there. Otherwise, we cannot enter because Krishna is Rasik. It is Vishaya and we want the mood of Ashraya. So we should choose Ashraya. Therefore, he is saying in the verse, Lalasa Janita Deva, the Rase. Also in this next verse, Padava Yas Tava Vina Vara Dasya Meva Manyat Kadapi Samaye Kil Devi Yache. आगे साक्षायते मम नमोस्तु नमोस्तु नित्यम साक्षायते मम रसोस्तु रसोस्तु satyam. I don't want to be a Naika, but I want to be a Dasi of the Dasi of Radhika. I have some interest in this, but no interest in being a Sakhi. This is the 16th verse. Padabhayo Sutava Veena Vanadasameva. Everybody, very important. Let me turn off the fan. It's very cold. Hold on. There is no regulator works here. So either will run on 5 or it will run on 0. Anyway. पादावजयोस तव वीन वरदासमेवा नान्यात् कदापि समय किल देवी याचे साक्षायते मम नमोस्तु नमोस्तु नित्यम दास्यायते मम रसोस्तु रसोस्तु सत्यम. O goddess, I shall never pray to you for anything else but the excellent service of your lotus feet. I offer my constant obeisances to the idea of becoming your friend, but I really relish the idea of becoming your maid servant. Hey Bhagwan. So being a maid servant of Radharani is the biggest Saubhagya for the Manjari. Huh? हमें कामेत मित भक्ति और काम रूप भक्ति. ठीक है, देखते हैं. कामात्मिका भक्ति और काम रूप भक्ति आर ऑफ टू काइंड्स. संभोग इच्छामयी तद तद भाव इच्छामयी. हरि बोल. वन मोर. तो कामात्मिका भक्ति जो है, दे टू काइंड्स. संभोग इच्छामयी and तद तद भाव इच्छामयी. So संभोग इच्छामयी is for those gopis who are having काम for Krishna, wants to meet with him directly and serve him directly, are kamatmika. Srimati Radhika and the 8 principal Sakhis, as well as Chandravali, Padma, and Sabhya, are all this type of Sakhis. Those who desire to arrange the meeting of meeting of Krishna and Srimati Radhika or any other Yudheshwari, such as Chandravali, Shamla, are called Tatatad Bhavichamut, Chatmikas. They don't want to direct meet Krishna themselves or serve him directly, but instead they become happy seeing the Anand of Krishna and their particular Yudheshwari. Those who are in the camp of Radhika arranges everything to facilitate her meeting with Krishna, and when they meet, these Sakhis experience all the feeling which Radhika herself does, and in this way they become pleased. Rupa Manjari is Tatat Chatmika, whereas Lalita Vishaka and other principal Sakhis are Kamatmika. Those who are Tatat Chatmika also have calm, but their calm is in subordinate position, whereas the principal Sakhis are fully independent in the expressions of their karma. In this verse, Tulasi Manjari is saying that if Radhika were prepared to offer her the opportunity to become a Sakhi like Lalita Vishaka and others, she would not accept it. So she bows down to the Sakhya Bhav and keeps it on the head, but she only wants to serve Srimati Radhika. And the Tad Shatmika, the Manjari enjoy everything which Shyamala, Lalita, Vishaka, and the other enjoy. Yet they have something which these other Sakhis cannot enjoy by always desiring to serve Srimati Radhika and be in her Swapaksha. Raghunatha Goswami's special bhav is as Manjari, he never wants to be a Naika. One who follows his bhav is Rupa Nuga, but for those who want to become Naika or even be in a different rasa, he has also written instructions. But everything which Raghunatha Goswami is writing here is exclusively for Rupanugas. He's praying to Radhika. When I saw Srimati Rupa Manjari at Radhakund, and she told me about, sorry. Govinda, 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 Govinda. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Hmm? Hmm. So Kamabika Bhakti is a Shringa, sorry, when I saw Srimati Radhika, Rupa Manjari at Radhakund and she told me about your mercy, I accepted the shelter of Rupa Manjari and under her guidance, I became your Dasi. So my dear Srimati Radhika, I don't want to be anything except your Dasi. In Kamatmika Bhakti, that is Shringara Ras, Madhurya Ras, and the Sthai Bhav is Madhur Rati, Krishna is the Nayaka and the Gopis are Nayikas, both being the alaman of this rasa. And there are some special sanchari bhav, anubhav, and sattvic. In the dasya, dasya bhav is the sthairati. In vatsalya, vatsalya bhav is the sthairati. Here in madhure, it is ullas rati or surda rati. Radhika is surda. Surda and the Rupa Manjari is sevika. So this bhava is called ullas rati, and it contains some special Sanchari Bhav and Sattvic Bhav. It is Madhurya Ras, but there are some specialities within it. These points have been been delineated in the Govinda Lilamrit and Vishwanath Chakra Thakur's Sankalpa Kalpadrum. Also, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it has been mentioned, but not directly. It has been told very carefully because this is also Kamatmika, and we are Kamanuga. We should always approach these subject matters step by step under the guidance of Gurudev. If we try to enter into these things having only Shraddha, but not the qualification of having Rati, we will go to hell. We should go gradually, not jump. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, बीड़ी मार्ग रत जने स्वाधीनत रत्न दाने राग मार्ग कोरान प्रवेश. Krishna has given independence, freedom to select all these things and to do anything, but we should not misuse it. We should go step by step, following the footsteps of our Guru Varga. It may be that it will take some time, but when we try to jump, having no qualification, no rati, and yet try to have rasa, then perhaps we will go to hell. So we should try gradually, doing Vedi Bhakti, try to hear all these things from Rupa Goswami's books from an experienced person so that we can go gradually towards that thing. Otherwise, we lose everything. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur has really warned us not to do when we are not qualified. The Babajis at Radhakund and the Govardhan may be very well qualified, but we know that so many persons have become loose and lost their good character and everything. We should try these things in the proper way. First, the Sakhis are divided into the group Sam Sneha and Visham Sneha. So, Sam Sneha means having equal love for Krishna and for their Yudheshwari, like Srimati Radhika, Chandravali, Bhadra, etc. All the Yudheshwaris have Ashtasakhis and something like Srimati Radhika. Visham Sneha Sakhi means not equal Preeti love. Either that love is more towards Krishna or more towards Radhika. Bhadra, Shamla, Chandravali, or other Yutheshwari. Right? So those who have more affection for Krishna are called Krishna Snehadika. Krishna Snehadika. And those who have more inclination towards Radhika, Chandravali, Bhadra, Shamla, they have Sakhi Snehadika. So when the Sakhis are again divided into five kinds, Sakhi, Nitya Sakhi, Prana Sakhi, Priya Sakhi, and Priya Narma Sakhi, then they in turn are all divided into four classes. Swapaksh, Vipaksh, Tathast, and Surt. Lalita Vishaka and other are Swapaksha of Srimati Radhika. Sakhis are younger than Krishna and more inclined towards Krishna, like Dhanishta, Vinda, Kundalata, all others. There are lakhs of gopis like this. They always try to live in Yashoda Bhavan. They give bath to Krishna. They may give water to Krishna. Somehow or other, they serve in the house of Yashoda Devi. And these are called Sakhis. The Nitya Sakhis are also younger than Krishna and Radhika. They are about 12 or maybe 12 and a half years of age. So very beautiful like Srimati Radhika, not less than Radhika, as qualified as every respect as Srimati Radhika. They have so much love for Radhika, Krishna and Radhika, but they will always try to live with Radhika. They want that Krishna should always be defeated by Srimati Radhika, and then they become so happy. Ishwari Radhika somehow is defeated by Krishna, then they feel that they should feel they also are defeated and their mouth becomes very sad. They are called Sakhi Snehadika. Snehadik. By their qualities, they are like Sakhis, but yet they don't want the status of a Sakhi. The shloka is of a Nitya Sakhi. Those who are prominent figures among the Nitya Sakhis are very wise. They have 16 special qualities which have been told in Ujjwal Mani. They always only want to serve Radhika, but that does not mean that they don't like Krishna. Otherwise, it will not be Kamatmika or Kamanuga Bhakti. They have qualities of Kamanuga, but especially in is there speciality is there that Bhava Ichamai. They always feel so much pleased if they can make Srimati Radhika meet Krishna, they will feel all kind of pleasure that Radhika is feeling when Krishna meets with Radhika. Another thing is here also, if Radha and Krishna are meeting in the Kunja, Lalita is coming from the outside and she will not enter in that Vilas Kunj, Kili Kunj or any other Kunja. She will ask these Nitya Sakhi, what is Krishna doing with Radhika? Can I come? Then the Nitya Sakhi will go and see that Krishna is doing, come out and then tell whatever she can, whatever that she can enter or not. Only after that will Lalita come. This is a very good kind of seva. Padabhayos tava veena vara dasyameva. In this dasya is this service The Nitya Sakhi gain so much that in the Sakhi there may be something lacking, something they may not have. So they don't want to leave this seva for Sakhi Pada. So Raghunath Das Goswami has prayed, Sakhyayate mam namostu namostu nityam, dasyayate mam rasosu rasosu satyam. It is Nishant Leela, and both Radha and Krishna are sleeping. By the sound of peacock, cuckoos, birds, and other, somehow Vrinda wakes them up. Sometimes they open their eyes, sometimes closing their eyes with very much laziness. They yawn and they stretch, and it looks like Chandra's rays. This scenery is so beautiful. The teeth of Srimati Radhika is also of Krishna are the color of the pomegranate seeds, and very beautiful actually. It cannot be compared with anything else. So at that time, Shrimati Radhika says, "You have upset my dress, ornaments, and everything. My hair is scattered. All things you have done wrong. If Lalita and Vishaka come, what will they think and say? So before they come, you should decorate me properly." The Manjaris are peeping through the holes of the kunja, so see what they are doing. Without getting any order, without hesitating at once, Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, Lavang Manjari enters in the golden plate with the golden plate with the kasturi, chandan, mrigamad, comb, mirror, all the things that are needed for Shrimati Radhika's decoration. And Krishna takes the comb and starts to comb Radhika's hair. Shrimati Radhika says, "Oh, here, where is my alta, red color? You have taken all the alta on your head. So please also put new alta on my feet." At that time, Lalita Sakhi is not there, not Vishakha, no other Sakhi, only the Nitya Sakhis and the Prana Sakhis are there. Who is Prana Sakhi? The Prana Sakhis are prominent Sakhis among the Nitya Sakhis. They always have the intense desire to serve Shrimati Radhika, and they wanted to put all alta on Radhika's feet, but they thought that if Krishna does it, they watch it. Will it better? In that way, they will see that Krishna is serving their queen, their Shrimati Radhika. So their tendency is that Krishna should serve Radhika. So the Manjaris are always in such a mood that Shrimati Radhika can order them to do anything. "Oh, come at once and give alta on my feet. Bring a golden cup of water." She cannot order Lalita, she cannot order Vishaka or Vrinda. She can order them for other things, but for her own service, she will not order them. But to these Manjaris, Nitya Sakhis, and the Prana Sakhis, she has no hesitation at all to order. It is very, very great advantage of these Sakhis that Srimati Radhika directly, without hesitating, orders them to do anything that she wouldn't order others. So if they are Sakhis, they will lose this fortune. If anything is wrong in her dress, lehenga, or the clothes, Radhika will, without hesitate, order Rupa Manji, "I cannot tie it. You should do it." So if she is Lalita, Vishaka, Badra, Shamla, or other Sakhis, Radhika will have some shame. But for all these Manjaris, no shame at all. So they want only to serve Shrimati Radhika and to be Radhika Sneha Adhik. Radhika Sneha Adhik Sham. Sneha Adhik Sham. Wow. Another name. Sneha Adhik. Sneha Adhik. Okay. So sadhana nadasha means to think, to meditate on the Siddhavastha of a Ragamika Bhakta, and there are two kinds of sadhana. One is outward, like Rupa Goswami's, Raghunath Goswami's, Radha Goswami form when they meditate on the action of these manjaris. They are in the samadhi seeing all this, chanting Harinam, being in Vrindavan, any kunja, this is called Siddha Seva. And to see only what they are doing and to meditate is called sadhana. This is called Raganuga sadhana ki jai. Oh my God, such a long lecture. Any comment? Oh my God.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Harry, you want to say something?
Prabhuji,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question that Madanaki Mahabhav is experienced only by Srimati Radhika, right? Or
Yeah.
Lalita ji with Vishakapati also experienced the same.
They cannot even experience that. Even they can't
Okay.
experience Madanaki Mahabhav. Hello?
Yes. Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Actually, I have heard some years that Madanaki Mahabhav only, that is only experienced by Srimati Radhika, not by other Sakhis. Even by Lalita, Vishaka,
Yeah, that's what I'm
even by
saying. Only two
Manjari.
people have expressed
So,
it.
just
Only Radharani and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
okay.
Who is Radharani himself, no? So basically, Madanaki Mahabhav cannot be expressed by anybody other than Radharani. Haribol. So what?
Yes, yes, I have heard. Yes,
You got the point, no?
yes, Prabhu, understood.
Hmm. Madanaki Mahabhav is the highest stage. Why?
Exactly, only for us.
Huh?
Yes, yes, that.
Hmm. It's a very high
Unnat
stage.
Ujjwalaras.
Unnat Ujjwala Rasa, Subhakti Shriyam. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else wants to say something?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hmm.
Prabhu, it is said that to Madan, to whatever Srimati Radharani experiences, the Manjaris experience it 100 times more. So when
That
she
is,
experiences,
the separation now. Separation is different now. Madanaki Mahabhav is different. Madanaki Mahabhav
no, but
actually
we also saw in the first verse of Vilapkusumanjali that Rupa Goswami was experiencing certain symptoms which Srimati Radharani experienced, being the Manjari.
the भाव of विलास
Yes, Prabhu.
विलासा भाव विलास की भाव की बात कर रहे हैं नहीं
हाँ Prabhu.
when Priya Pritam are meeting whatever the joy Radharani is feeling in her heart है ना Manjaris are experiencing that and whatever separation Radharani is feeling Manjaris are also feeling that separation huh? But not Madanaki Mahabhav Prabhu Madanaki Mahabhav can only be experienced by Radharani
Okay, Prabhu.
and that cannot be expressed or that cannot be experienced in this in the deha like we have. It can only be experienced in the siddha deha.
So,
In the
so Prabhu,
spiritual
even in
body.
the Siddha there, it is possible for the Manjaris to
No,
experience the
not for
Madanaki
Manjari, only
Mahabhav.
for Radharani. वैसे human being तो cannot experience the stage above bhav. Sneha, pranay, man, abhiman, adirul mahabhav, madanakya mahabhav, these things are different stages there, na? To some
Yes,
extent,
Prabhu.
the gopis can go. Huh. But Madanakya Mahabhav is not possible. Too. Son.
Yes. Prabhu Divyanandi is here with me. She has one question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
My boy.
Uh, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. I think it's a very stupid question, but and I know I'm not attending all the classes, so I might am just asking it
No
again.
question can be stupid. Don't say like that, please.
Prabhu, my question I was asking, I wanted to ask is that I understand that we want to be manjaris because we enjoy or like that's that Radha Dasham is the end of the goal. But my question is the if in this like for the neophyte like me who always want to be like looking Krishna like have a rati of towards roop of Krishna and enjoy the service towards Krishna and then the end goal when we say that it's like we don't get Krishna personally to ourselves it's going to be always like a yugal jodi. So my question was like, what do we really get in the end of by serving the Yugal Jodi? If we are not even
Well,
like
even if you tend or you desire to get Radha Dasyam, you have to serve the Lordship. You know what I mean? There was a line
Hmm.
actually came, and I have also underlined it. I don't know whether you heard it or not. I repeated it twice. A Raganuga devotee should follow Krishna and his associates, but his
Hmm.
inclination should be towards Srimati Radhika or Palyadasi, not to Krishna. We have to anyway serve Krishna. You know,
Hmm.
सजाओ श्यामा प्यारी को सजाओ श्यामा प्यारी को. When you're singing this particular prayer,
Hmm.
"Hey, let me decorate Radhika." Why do we want to decorate Radhika? So that she can get the maximum pleasure in meeting Krishna, right?
Hmm.
So we are actually decorating Radhika for Krishna. And there are some gopis who are actually decorating Krishna so that it can give pleasure
Hmm.
to the mind of Radharani.
Hmm.
They have no desire to be with Krishna, but they are
Hmm.
decorating Krishna so beautifully so that when Krishna will go in front of Radharani, Radharani will faint. Oh my God, you look so handsome, so beautiful today.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
When you have a desire to be with Krishna, that is for Sambhog Ichhamai. But when you are seeing divine couple means actually this only, that we are serving Radharani for Krishna and Krishna for Radharani. कहते हैं ना वो, सुन ली सखी सच कहत हूँ प्यारी, तू जल है सो मीन, राधे तेरो ही आदि. यानी कि
Hmm.
this considering Radha and Krishna's separate identity is an offense. They are both the same.
Hmm.
But भाव के आधार पे है कि I have a desire to decorate Radha Rani, I have a desire to serve Radha Rani.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the desire ultimately is to serve both of them.
Okay. So,
ठीक
but
है?
in
हाँ.
the so the most so like I was confused again. Prabhu, मुझे ये था कि then what is the like that Kanta bhav what we say, right, that it's in Dwarka and the one is Vraja bhav. So what's the difference, and how the Vraja bhav, of course I know Vraja bhav is much higher, but how it is, if you don't mind
Like,
explaining that a little bit.
when we talk about bhav to bhav, all the bhavs are higher. You cannot say
Okay.
one bhav is higher than the other one. Braj bhav
Hmm.
is higher, of course, definitely Braj bhav is higher, no doubt. So what is the difference between the Dwarka? The Dwarka is actually the Aishwarya bhav. So in Dwarka, Nayak and Narika, they both are served together. ठीक है?
Hmm.
And they also have desire to serve, to get the benefit of it. But the Manjaris, they are selfless. In Braja, Manjaris is selfless. Manjaris are selfless. So apart from that, Krishna is not poor when he is in Dwarka. In Dwarka, he has Aishwarya Mai Seva. You know, he has
Hmm.
children, and he's the only one husband. There's no Parakiya ras. You know, what differs
Hmm.
actually Dwarka from Braj Bhav is this. That is what? Parakiya Bhav. There is a Swakya Bhav in Dwarka. So in Dwarka, like, the Swasukha Icha is there. Like Rukmani wants to be with Krishna for her own desire,
Hmm.
for her own pleasure also. She wants to please Krishna, but she also has desire to please herself. Right?
Hmm. Oh, yes.
But in Braj, they have complete selflessness in them. And that particular
Hmm.
bhav is like, free from all kind of swa ichha mai or swa sukha ichha.
Hmm.
ठीक है ना?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the
Yes.
difference. So
Hmm.
you don't have to, you don't have to get so much confused or something. We just say that, Apani Thakurani, Shiradhika Rani. Yeah.
Yes.
But there
Hmm.
are some gopis who are Krishna Snehadika. Huh?
Hmm.
Who have more affection for Krishna. ठीक है ना?
Okay.
And there are some gopis who are Radha
Hmm.
Snehadika.
Hmm.
Yeah, yes, Sakhi Snehadika, you know.
Yes.
So in that also there is a category, Supaksh, Vipaksh, Tathas or Surd. So, we believe in the Supaksh category. So Krishna Snehadika is also there and Sakhi Snehadika is also there. So
Hmm.
mostly the Sakhis who are actually in Dwarka, most of the Ranis and queens and everything, they're Krishna Snehadika. They have very much affection for Krishna and they are serving Krishna
Hmm.
by hook or by crook, by all means they want to serve Krishna, they want to please Krishna. But
Hmm.
in Vrindavan, they want to please us, they want to serve Krishna only because he belongs to Radha.
Hmm.
ठीक है?
Okay. So the Purnada of Bhagwan Shri Krishna comes when because he is with Srimati Radharani. That's the
That's so
heart.
for sure. That's so for sure. The
That's the heart.
Purnatam of Krishna only comes when he is in Braj. When he's in Braj. चप्पल डाल दूंगा.
Hmm.
हाँ?
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Who actually, you should not, like, there's a deep topic in usual Neil Murray. I was reading, there are like four types of Nayakas, right? The one is Dheer Lalit, Dheer Shanta, Dheerodat, and like the fourth one I'm forgetting. But actually, the Krishna in his original Swarup is Dheer Lalit Nayak, who is
Yeah,
the
he's doing the league
playful.
liar, and that is Krishna is in Vrindavan only.
Yes, Prabhu. And when he becomes, when he goes to Dwarka, he's Dhira Shanta Nayak, which means he's duty bound, but he has like heroic qualities. But duty is more important than the playfulness nature, and that playfulness nature is only in Vraja, and it's only manifested with Srimati Radharani, which is his original nature. He tried to do it in front of Rukmani, but she fainted. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, see, talking about Krishna, secondary thing. First thing which you have to understand is that Sakya Bhav and Paragya Bhav. The biggest difference between Dwarka and the biggest difference between Dwarka and Braj Bhav is simple. In simple bhasha, simple shabd, it is
वो आपकी आवाज कट रही है और नहीं आ रही है.
what? Sakya and Paragya. The basic understanding is this only that in Dwarka, Krishna is not Purna Krishna. He's not Dhir Lalita Krishna. As you're saying.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yes.
And actually, Prabhu, I actually read in a book by Anand Das Babaji Maharaj, that in the footnote where it is somewhere said like Radha Rani was actually praying, like, Radha Rani did some tapasya so that Krishna can manifest as Dhir Lalit Nayak. So that's the favorite form of Radha Rani.
Could be possible. There's so many these scriptures we have to explore. Right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Anyways,
So
Krishna has
thank you.
also done so much of tapasya, that's why Radha came out of him.
वो आपकी आवाज कट रही है, मुझे सुनाई नहीं दिया.
Krishna also has to do so much of services, then only Radharani manifests herself to him.
Oh yes, Prabhu, 100%.
Uh,
Actually, Krishna has to do more service.
more. कहते हैं ना राधे तू बड़ भागिनी कौन तपस्या कीन. There are stupid people who are saying like that. Krishna, you are bad bhaga. So that the most beautiful woman actually is being with you, not your Adhin.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah, chalo.
Yes, thank you,
Radhe
Prabhu.
Shyam.
Radhe
Very good.
Shyam, bro.
Thank you.
Hare Bol.
राधे श्याम प्रभु दंडवत
जय
प्रणाम.
जय जगदीश प्रभु की जय.
नहीं नहीं प्रभु रघुनाथ प्रभु की जय और धीर ललित कृष्ण प्रभु की जय.
हरे कृष्ण वांछकल
हरे
पुत्र
कृष्ण पति विष्णु पति का नाम पावन पे वैष्णव
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय.